So glad you enjoyed our recent video all about Prince Philip and the alleged royal scandals. It is good fun, isn't it, when you find these things out. As I often say, I love meeting people who've lived a lot of life, and then you find out the stories, particularly the people that they worked with, and you get a whole different perspective as to what really happened against what was in, say, the media of the day, whether that be a broadsheet or a tabloid. Prince Philip was definitely a man ahead of his time and seemingly did things his own way. But I think what was different about him was the fact that they had a lot more deference then. Today, I'm not sure if Philip would have survived in the social media world. What do you think? Back as ever, though, to your royal story. We'll have a quick wave. Are you all right? Not bad, thank you. Yes, as ever, lovely to have your company. It's interesting, this, because I do get very angry when people are literally told truths about them. I've told you before that, Camilla, Queen Camilla, is a very jolly, down-to-earth person. Yes, there's two sides to every story, and I know a lot of people simply do not accept her as our queen. But what you have to look at is just simply how hard she's worked to turn her perspective around, her life, and more importantly, since His Majesty the King has been off kilter with his own health scare. Let's not forget she's picked up all of that work. What's interesting now, you see, is that when you look back, you apparently see exactly how cruel people can be. And in particular, Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Let's forget, of course, the Oprah Winfrey interview where Meghan basically said she asked for help and nobody came through. She basically said once she'd started dating Prince Harry, the floodgates opened and she didn't know how to deal with the media. This is a woman who's been chasing the media her whole life. Yes, you only have to ask the people that she was desperately trying to get set up with over here in the United Kingdom when she first came looking for an English boyfriend. You get the picture. See, in his book, Spare, Prince Harry wrote about the fact that apparently Meghan reached out to Camilla and basically said, what could she do? She's been treated badly. And according to Prince Harry, in his book, in print, he basically said that she'd said, oh, don't worry, unless you move to Bermuda, this happens to everybody. You just have to learn to live with it. It will pass and things will move on. Now, as you know, I've got very good close contacts with the Queen. And the true story, just to make sure everybody knows this, is simply this, that actually, when you look at it, Meghan Markle was offered a lot of assistance from Camilla, under, of course, the expert guidance also of His Royal Highness Prince Charles at the time. Now, here's where it gets more interesting, because not only did Camilla invite Meghan over for afternoon tea, girls' chat as it were, twice she set up a lunch that Meghan apparently at the last minute couldn't go and see. And eventually, when she was cornered about this misdemeanor and said, well, when would you like to meet? She said, oh, it's fine, don't worry about me. I understand the media. And also, I've got Harry. And this is where it just becomes double standards, doesn't it, when you think? Because there you have a woman clearly, obviously saying to her husband, to be Prince Harry, that she can't cope, she doesn't know what to do. Harry's obviously gone out and thought, let's get Camilla on board, see if she can assist. She's had a lot of bad press. And this is what's been fed back. Literally, there is documented proof that Camilla tried to arrange certain things at certain restaurants and, of course, diaries. So when they do things like this, one has to say, and as ever we have to say allegedly, why would you continue to blatantly lie, knowing full well that documentation is there to prove that, in fact, well, everybody did try their best to reach out to you. But again, it was Meghan who decided she didn't need it. Either way, it's a cruel thing to put out there in print. And perhaps now only Prince Harry actually believes it. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.